there are three worldviews regarding this, about life after death. You got the atheistic worldview, the human is saying only one life, make the most of it. All this nonsense about something surviving death is just that nonsense. Don't waste your time. This life is golden, every moment is golden, make the most of it. Is there any comfort zone for them? No comfort zone. When the time comes to go, they go. I mean, David Hume is the best example, and he took it with full dignity. One view. Look at his strength and his weakness. The second view is the Abrahamic vision, two-life scenario, with purgatory as well. This one and the next everlasting one. What's the strength of this argument? It makes sure that the devotee leads a very, very religious life. He can't sit on the fence, too risky. He must make sure that he's a devout person and follows the rules of injunctions of his religion. He can't sit on the fence, he might end up in the wrong place. So it really focuses if you like, the minds of the devotees. Is there a negative part to it? Oh yes. The negative part is, when you have any system that offers infinitely skewed risk-reward ratio, means for this finite activity you get infinite reward, or for this finite mistake you made, you get infinite damnation. When you get an infinitely skewed risk-reward ratio, do you know what can go wrong? It can produce fanatics. If I told you the first person to go to the coach waiting outside will get £1 billion, all sign of civilization here will be lost. You'll be clawing at each other, prepared to step on each other, because the £1 billion is a lot. The moment you offer an infinitely skewed risk-reward ratio, you are asking for trouble. And this is what we are saying, that this thing can produce fanatic behavior, people doing weird things in the name of religion because they are expecting rewards there. This is the negative part. I must show you the strength and the weakness. What about the Indic idea of the Hindus, Jain, Buddhists and Sikhs? Reincarnation is central for all these four religions. Buddhism calls it rebirth, but central. What are they on about? They're saying many lies. So everything we set into motion will not come to fruition, but what you set into motion has become part of your character, so you've sown the seeds of what you've done, and that comes with you in the next life, and comes to fruition there, and you progress further. So measured risk and measured rewards. What you set into motion, the character you build up, comes with you in your next life, and allows you to progress further from there. Measured risk, measured rewards. Fairer system. Not infinitely skewed. Fairer system. Is there a drawback? Oh yes. This is the nice, sounds a fairer system. What's the drawback? The drawback is, it allows the devotee to put on the back burner the idea of making spiritual progress. Why rush? Because so many lives. And modern India is again a marvelous example of how laid back people can be about religion. They can do the spiritual progress in the next life. This life, Bollywood. Make money, eat, drink and burp and have fun. See? It has become degenerate. So the same idea can do good things, but again, if it is not properly understood, it can become damaging to the society. I've just talked about these three life scenarios, three different worldviews regarding life after death. There are some interesting things that you can explore if you go on Google and look at Ian Stevenson in University of Virginia. He has done research on reincarnation. It's very interesting research. He's got case studies of about 3,000 children who recall their past lives from different religions, different cultures, different societies, who talk of a past life. And in many cases, it's possible to check out the story they're giving, and they fit. So Ian Stevenson is not a Hindu, he's not here to prove reincarnation. He said the only theory that fits these facts is not coincidence, there's no genetic link. The only way you can explain this away is to relate to the idea of reincarnation. This is where it sits. They did survey by Newsweek, I think last month in the United States, about 30% of the population in USA agree with the idea, they like the idea of reincarnation. And I think the same would apply here. Because people somehow feel this is a more fairer system. You can't just say, some little child dies, what has he done good or bad that he goes to heaven? How can you need to give more opportunity. There are, as I said, drawbacks, but at the same time you must observe this thing in an academic manner and look at the strength and the weakness and the actual genuine, if you like, some kind of verification. You can't just believe in things, airy-fairy stuff. So be challenging and test it out. And Professor Stevenson's research is the best in the field. If you go now on Google, YouTube, you'll find a little child, an American boy who remembers his past life as a fighter pilot. So they recorded him. They take him to the museum and he says, oh, this is what you press the button to fly and this is the way you turn the wings. He knows everything. And of course the parents think, oh, they aren't a good thing. So they're writing a bestseller and make money out of it. So this is what the idea of reincarnation. There are other things endearing about reincarnation which are interesting. They give you better explanation regarding phobias. Why people may be frightened of heights or water or whatever. They may have died in that particular mode. That's why it stayed in there. It becomes the irrational fear. It also explains why you have child prodigies. It's not just, kind of fortunate genetic mutation. It is simply that it's come from previous character that is built up. That's why it shows up as a child genius. So it's kind of interesting insight into various issues. But I'm just going to leave it at that rather than spend more time on it, but something that you can do research on. Very interesting, very exciting, and very magical, if you can say.
Free e-learning course in Hinduism. To register, please visit www.hindu-academy.com.
Talks on Hinduism, sponsored by People Care, encouraging caring for the elderly in their own homes. For more information, please visit peoplecare.com.